I think one of the things that Gordon Selfridge said was everyone is welcome, and I think that's a really important positioning for us, that we never get too serious, we never become too snobby, we always are very accessible. So there's that, and then there's the constantly changing merchandise, the newness always, as you have in any store. But one thing Gordon said was develop imagination, throw away routine, and that's something that I try to do every single day. So if something starts to work, then that's when I say to the team, look, let's change, let's do something new. Well, when I arrived, they were doing something which I felt was absolutely sacrosanct. They were selling the windows. So you could be a car brand or EasyJet and take a window wrap. And luckily, Paul Kelly, our CEO, felt the same way as me. This is the front cover of your magazine. Why would you ever put ads on it? And so that was the first thing we did, was really to go back to our history and try to have the best windows in the world. I think it's a very challenging thing to do, to try and recreate your brand online, particularly if you're a multi-brand site. But I think that what you want to do is have the two linking together. So you have bricks and clicks absolutely being used by the same kind of customer. So I know myself how I shop, and I shop for my kids online, but I still like to try things on for myself in store. But once I know a designer, then I might order it online. So you shouldn't think of these two things as discrete initiatives. They must be the same, and it's figuring out how the two can gel that's really, really important. I've learned that the secret is to stay calm and don't just jump on whatever bandwagon is coming your way, because it will change. And so the thing is to get something right, and then maybe jump 2 or 3 steps ahead. But if you're always trying to ride on the train, you probably never get there. I think it's a really, really difficult question. I think it's dangerous if you start going down the route of Union Jacks and double-decker buses. That's not what's modern about being British. But I think tremendous craftsmanship, good manners, and a very irreverent sense of humor are things that no other country has. You know, I think the great thing about British culture is that the ability to embrace the high and the low, and to be as proud of something like Coronation Street as you would be about Tate Modern. So I think Selfridges needs to embrace those things in everything that we do, and to provide our customer an experience that surprises, amazes, and amuses. Well, you know, I didn't really discover Selfridges until I started working at Burberry. And then I remember having to put on these fashion shows and getting hopelessly lost and never knowing which escalator I should be going up, and wheeling this little pug along, who was the star of the fashion show, because he used to model of Burberry dog jackets. And so that's probably my memory of Selfridges. For me, luxury is really anything that gives me a sense of wonder. So recently I was in Beirut, and I had the chance to see Baalbek, and that really just took my breath away. So I think, but equally that can happen when I'm with my little girls, or when my husband gives me a new toy like my iPad. So that sense of wonder is really what we have to look forward to in terms of luxury.